Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing another Ghostbusters movie review. And today's Ghostbusters movie review is on the 2016 Ghostbusters remake. Okay. I will say this. Getting this collection, or at least at the time, it was just a 3 movie collection for I think like 5 bucks. It wasn't bad. Do I like the remake? Not so much. I mean, like, I don't even think watching it the first time I liked it, but I magically found things to like about it. Granted, when I saw it for the first time, heard about it, not really watch it for the first time, but, basically did watch it for the first time, but hearing about it for the first time, learning what the remake was going to be about, how it was going to be, all the cast members. And my dad joked to me saying that if it's gonna be all female, might as well be a porno. Yeah, okay. Which I laughed about it, so did he. And honestly, I told him, well, Kate, yeah, that could. But, which I kind of agreed, but I kind of disagreed at the same time. But, because during the time hearing about the rumors and news articles about it, I was trying to defend the film because I love the original. I always have, I always will. I enjoy the second one. Always have, always will. I will always enjoy any Ghostbusters movie that comes out, gets released, maybe released, and just, it's 2016 was still during the era of time where remakes were still popular, it's very rare for remakes to get a sequel or be done generally. But basically, redoing the Ghostbusters seemed like a good idea at the time, apparently, since remakes were still popular. And apparently, it still is. By some movie studios. Instead of having new ideas. But almost all female cast, and don't get me wrong, I'm not sexist or anything. I enjoyed the cast. The cast members of this movie were good. Was the jokes mostly terrible? Yes. The jokes were mostly terrible. Was the storyline terrible? No. Was most of the acting terrible? A little bit. Not throughout the movie, but just some scenes and some parts. Just not for the other rest of the movie. Was the action bad? No. I actually liked the action. I liked the most of the graphics, how colorful it was with the dark blue, black, ghostly, which I truly believe if people rewatch the remake, you would get a vibe of like, okay, cool, it's cool how they're bringing back the original cast, the original Ghostbusters, or, well, most of them, except one, which I don't know why he didn't return. He didn't even return in Afterlife and Frozen Empire, and that's the guy that did Little Shop of Horrors, um, uh, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves. So that actor, I don't know why, but he probably also thought um, his character was done and over with. So he probably he knew that he was a big part of the Ghostbuster movies, but he probably didn't think that. So but anyway, we saw Bill Murray return. We and also sadly, this was during the time that the actor I played Egon died, and I didn't catch it the first few times when I watched the remake, but I just caught it just in time, just a bit, because it's like a real quick scene when we see our first main character of one of the female Ghostbusters in her work building that she's getting really excited about working at. Uh, we see a statue, like one of those fancy statues where you see like the shoulders in it, and like to hear shoulder to the head statues. Don't know what typically it's called, but those type of statues of the actor that played Egon Spengler, which was cool. I can't believe I finally just caught that. But then we get to see Bill Murray play as like his normal self, sarcastic, most time ridiculous, unbelievable character that's mostly an asshole, just doesn't and does his own thing where he's like, yeah, I totally believe you. Not really. Sarcastically. Then we see the other Ghostbuster that Bill Murray character kind of had to basically push and put his mindset on the Ghostbusters. The guy that runs the Supernatural store as a taxi driver, which it was actually funny because he in this movie he actually quotes what level ghosts they are at the end, and that he's not afraid of of no ghosts, which was cool. They allowed him to say that line. And then at the at the end, before the post-credit scenes, kind of post-credit scenes, there was more of just one. We just get some little sneak peeks during the credits. But we see at the end, before the credits, the Black Ghostbusters guy, and then which he works as his character is basically a hearse driver, which that's how we get which early on that's kind of how we got their vehicle, because the black actress as one of the Ghostbusters quote that, hey, my uncle has a vehicle. Didn't really say what vehicle, but again, keeping it as close as possible. I mean, but uh, but or I think the original Ghostbusters vehicle was a hearse. Um, um, And then at the very end, uh, one of the scenes during the post credits, um, we see the actress that played the first client, and the original Ghostbusters, and then we get our post credit scene where it has like where the black actress Ghostbuster girl was hears Zool, where she's hearing like that tape recorder to see if they caught anything on tape, and then one of them's like, did you hear something? And she's like, yeah. Do you guys do, do you guys know do you guys know the name Zool? The girls just look at each other and be like, man, okay, let's just ignore that. Which, okay, yeah, it was a hint, both hints, on hinting back on the very first movie, because Zool was the very first Ghostbusters villain, and hinting at a sequel, which we never got, which I, to be honest, okay with. I am okay for this to be the only female Ghostbusters movie of the females. Again, not trying to be mean to the actresses, but okay, I kind of get the actress that played the Ghostbusters, the Black Ghostbuster, that character, that she really enjoyed the movie. She really enjoyed doing the movie. That she really enjoyed her character, the cast, the story, all that, and she would have loved to do more as that character with those Ghostbusters. But like I said, and I get during the time after how much shit the movie was getting because of original Ghostbuster fans who are more depth, more loyal to the original than the remake. But when you get a remake, what do you expect? Because even though it was trying to do something new and something different, you still got most original scenes slapped into it. You still get that original feeling. You don't get anything new completely. Even though, yes, the storyline was a bit different, where you don't get a monster, well, you kind of get a monster villain, but your main villain is a dork who got bullied all through his years, and works at a dead-end job that he doesn't really enjoy. Wants to release ghosts in in New York, because he never fit in anywhere, because he never so he just the villain. You understand the villain. You understand why the villain is doing what he's doing. You understand why they're going in that direction with the villain. And what the villain does most time with humor, it is funny, but it is dumb. Like, this movie is so hilariously dumb, you have no idea. Because there's so much fart jokes, sex jokes. Thor, the actor, Chris Hemsworth, plays the most stupidest, retarded character out there. And it's not even funny. It's sad. This remake, I'm trying to defend this remake mostly, but I'm also trying to put it down at the same time, because this remake is bad, but it can be good if you look at it to a certain point of view of what it is trying to do. which that is the good. But the bad, it's like looking at it and its own point of view of the heart of the original. It's like, it is so terribly bad, and it's hilariously bad even when you have to bring in the original cast from the original 2 Ghostbusters movies and the video game into this movie to hopefully save the movie. And I do, like I said, I like the cast of the Ghostbusters, of this Ghostbusters movie. It is a good cast, full of good actresses, especially one of them. By rewatching this, it actually reminded me of one of my coworkers. Because how she basically, because my coworker Stella, how much she acts like the blonde Ghostbuster. She acts like that so much at my work. That's how well she reminded me, and honestly, it was hilarious in a good way. So it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. In the beginning, I did well of defending most of this movie, and then at the very end, I just threw it downhill. It honestly, like I said, the graphics, the ghosts of the graphics of the ghost, most of the story, well, not even most, the storyline is good. The cast of the acting is mostly good, mostly bad, but the cast is good. So it's just, I don't know. I have no idea how to explain it more, other than basically what I've repeatedly, broken record, laid out. If you guys enjoyed the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, what did you enjoy about it? What did you basically liked about it? What's your favorite Ghostbusters movie? Is this your favorite Ghostbusters movie? Was this your first Ghostbusters movie that you ever watched? Did you like the video game? Basically anything Ghostbusters, comment it down below. Also, please hit that like button if you liked this video, please, and if you didn't like this video, please hit that dislike button. And also, whatever you did not like in this video, please comment it as well down below, so I know what I can change and not do again, that you may not have liked. Also, if you're a original subscriber, welcome back. I appreciate you guys always coming back. If you're a newcomer randomly dropping by, please hit that subscribe button, because I welcome all new and old subscribers with open arms. Have a nice day, have a nice night, whenever you're watching this. Peace.